Kishane Thompson just broke a world record that had survived for 32 years. He for a warning. And right now, Thompson knows exactly what is coming for him in June. Let's go back to April 5th, 2026. Miramar, Florida, the Anson Sports Complex. This was a World Athletics Continental Tour silver meeting, not a Diamond League, not a World Championships. A mid-level spring meet that most casual fans would scroll past without a second thought. But Kishane Thompson showed up to this event and did something that had not been done on a standard curved track since 1994. He ran the 150 meters in 14.92 seconds. That single number destroyed a mark that Linford Christie set 32 years ago. Christie's 14.97 had survived 4 Olympic cycles, the Usain Bolt era, the rise of an entirely new generation of sprinters, and still nobody had touched it on a regulation track. Thompson walked into Miramar and ended it on a Saturday afternoon. Here is the part that makes it even more impressive. Thompson was not building toward this race over months of specific preparation. 2 weeks before Miramar, he was at the World Athletics Indoor Championships running the 60 meters, a race that is basically the opposite of a 150. Short, explosive, pure reaction time off the blocks. He finished second in that 60 indoors. Then he came to Florida and broke a 32-year world best in a completely different event. That is not something you plan on a spreadsheet. That is just what a sprinter at this level looks like when they are operating in form. Zimbabwe's Tapiwanashi Makarawu pushed Thompson the entire way and finished in 14.96 seconds, also going under Christie's old mark. So the second-place finisher broke the record too. That tells you this was not a soft race with no competition. Thompson still pulled clear. Now here is the context most outlets left out. World Athletics does not officially recognize the 150 meters as a world record event. The absolute fastest time ever run over the distance belongs to Usain Bolt, who clocked 14.35 seconds in Manchester in 2009. But that was on a straight street course, not a curved track. Thompson's 14.92 is the fastest time ever recorded on a regulation curved track. That is the number that holds weight when you compare apples to apples. And that is the number Noah Lyles just told the world he is coming to erase. Stay with this because the Noah Lyles side of this story is where it gets complicated in the best possible way. Days after getting married to Junelle Bromfield in Georgia, Lyles went onto social media and posted his next race announcement. He confirmed he would be competing in the 150 meters at the Ostrava Golden Spike on June 16th, 2026. That is a World Athletics Continental Tour Gold meeting, a serious stage, and attached to that announcement was a single question directed at nobody and everybody at the same time. What's the world record in the 150 meters again? 4 words, no name, no direct mention of Thompson, but there was no confusion about who that question was aimed at. Lyles had just watched Thompson break a 32-year record, and instead of offering a congratulations or saying nothing at all, he scheduled a date to go take it back. Now here is the number the internet somehow missed in all of this. Lyles already owns a 150-meter personal best of 14.41 seconds. He ran that on May 18th, 2024 at the Adidas Atlanta City Games. That time matches the American record set by Tyson Gay in 2010, which means the man asking what the world record is in the 150 meters already has a time that is more than half a second faster than Thompson's new world best on a curved track. Let that settle for a second. Lyles is not walking into Ostrava as a curiosity. He is walking in as the man with the fastest legitimate 150-meter time in American history, going after a record that currently sits at 14.92. Before you write this off as motivation talk, look at Lyles' 2026 season and what it actually tells you about where his fitness is right now. He opened the year at the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix with a 300 meters, running 32.15 seconds. Then he went to the Tyson Invitational and won the 200 meters in 20.56 seconds. He wrapped his indoor season with a third-place finish at the USA Indoor Championships in the 60 meters, clocking 6.51 seconds. He did not push for a spot at the World Indoors. He was not chasing medals in February. He was staying sharp, staying healthy, and preparing for a wedding. That is the key detail. Lyles stepped back from competition deliberately during the first months of 2026. He had a life event he was prioritizing. That is not a weakness in his season, that is a gap in race time that he is now coming out of fresh. His body has not been through a world indoors grind, he has not been stacking rounds at major championships. He is going into the outdoor season with a full base and a clear target. And the target has a name, even if Lyles never typed it. Here is why the Lyles versus Thompson dynamic carries more weight than a standard rivalry. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, Thompson beat Lyles in the 100 meters final by 5 thousandths of a second. Not 500ths, 5 thousandths. That is a margin so small it required a photo finish to separate them. And in the immediate aftermath, Lyles himself was not certain who had won. He stood at the finish line briefly thinking the gold was his before the scoreboard updated. He handled it publicly. He moved on. He still went to Paris and collected 200 meters bronze, but that 100-meter result did not disappear. It has been sitting in the background of every conversation about these two men since August 2024. Thompson broke a world record. Lyles responded within days. The 5 thousandths margin from Paris is now the invisible thread running through the 150-meter conversation in June. Thompson's move to the 150 meters also tells a specific story about what kind of sprinter he is becoming. He is not just a 100-meter specialist who got a photo finish win and went quiet. He is actively expanding what he does. He is testing new distances. He went from 60 meters indoors to 150 meters outdoors in the space of 2 weeks and broke a mark that had stood longer than most of his rivals have been alive. That is ambition. That is an athlete who wants to build something beyond a single race at a single Olympics. Lyles answering that ambition the way he did says something equally clear about his mindset coming into this outdoor season. He picked Ostrava. He picked the 150 meters specifically. He could have lined up for a 100 or a 200 and chased different markers. He chose the exact distance where Thompson just made headlines. Now here is what makes June 16th worth watching even beyond the record itself. These two men sprint completely differently. Thompson is efficiency and control. His mechanics are clean, his acceleration builds in a straight line, and he wastes nothing between strides. He is the kind of sprinter who makes a race look effortless even when the clock says otherwise. Lyles is the opposite kind of dangerous. He is noise and aggression and front-running confidence. He makes a track meet feel like an event before he even gets in the blocks. Whether Lyles breaks the world best at Ostrava or not, the race has already taken on a life of its own. Thompson put his name on something that had survived since 1994. He did it in his first outdoor race of 2026. He did it while the Olympic 100-meter champion was still at his wedding, and the Olympic 100-meter champion came back, looked at the number, and scheduled a date to go remove it. That question Lyles posted is still hanging in the air. What's the world record in the 150 meters again? On June 16th in Ostrava, everybody is going to find out if he already knows the answer, or if Thompson gets to keep it. The honeymoon is over, Lyles is back, and Kishane Thompson just became the reason.